EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And all the way up just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. But the Bucs and Saints expected to possibly be the two to slug it out for the NFC South title in 2022. The Saints have had the Bucs number pretty much since the arrival of Tom Brady, at least in the regular season. They're 4-0 against Tampa Bay the last 2 seasons in the regular season. But remember, when Tampa won the Super Bowl, they did defeat New Orleans en route to that title. This defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I think our statistician ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. On fourth down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. Back deep, the Louisiana native, Jarvis Landry. Now Landry. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Winston and the Saints now with a first and 10 at their own 16. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to checking down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
They stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Kamara with a first down run, but he's unable to get back to the line of scrimmage as the push-up field was strong defensively. The Saints at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
On second and 11 now. Winston, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. But let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return. And a safe touchdown. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. David Onyemata breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the play. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Brady to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now a play fake. Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a 1st down. Up the gut, Fournette. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to find that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 24, Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
What is this?
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. An opportunity to get back to level after the fumble return touchdown. 1st and goal. They're running the jet sweep with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Julio Jones. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Buccaneers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point put through by Succop. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. First and 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now in his 6th season, Kamara just continues to be one of the best dual-purpose backs in football. He's never missed a Pro Bowl, and he has the most total yards in the NFL since entering the league in 2017. He actually played in his fewest games in a season last year and still had over 1,300 yards.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Winston now. Finding Taysom Hill complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. Man open, here is Jones. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. On first down, Brady. going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That's a good job. We do talk about this a lot. The corners see their job is simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Again, it's Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Brady. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And the Bucs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But it's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put
Yeah,
down.
didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will push his way forward down to about the 30-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They're looking at losing 3. Now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Winston to give, it's Kamara. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action now. Winston steps away.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, Winston. That's out to Hill, right side complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And we will not have a run back here as the 2nd half starts with a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the 1st half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Looking long for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
But not much on that run, Charles. No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now Winston. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator of the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense. And they were able to do it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead. The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. They get 6. That'll leave him with 34.
Good catch, by the way. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage. But right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward. And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here and try and gain that yardage back.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Brady's throw there complete. And he's corralled at the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He completes it to Jones. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Play action. Now it's Brady. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A 10th carry for Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now from Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Room here to run. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
15. First down, Buccaneers.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Now Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Dalton Keene, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now 17-14. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 29, Winston. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. You got to feel pretty good as a defense.
On third down, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a toss, Kamara left side. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has a big priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Winston. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Brady. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl quarterback. What a play there. Make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stand back from throwing the ball at him. Here he's just reading quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. To throw is Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Brady to throw. And that one complete to Keene, the tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And attention building. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now Brady gotta have this one. Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to have the Bucs first down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on fourth. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. He'll find Jones again, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw, Brady. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone inbounds, get them on the ground. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Now Brady. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 24, Saints 21.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Winston. Connecting with Hill. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One last shot now for Winston. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Bucs, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early.